Hi Aries, here's a general look at your solar chart for July 2011, and it looks as though a lot of the focus is going to be on the home patch, or not very far away, or on family members as well, maybe centered around your private base of operations wherever you are anyway. Probably a lot of activity and chat going on right in your own backyard or within the community. For most of the month, Venus is in that area, really bringing a supportive vibe into that area related to family members maybe, but also to do with property actually, and the space that you inhabit inside, outside. So it might make you more, supportive and feeling supported within, in that private area of your life, or wanting to be the supporter and giving that with this friendly feel there, but also to do with embellishing your space, decorating, that kind of thing. And there's generally a more welcoming and friendly vibration on that level of your life. It's also a great time to bury the hatchet if there's been some long-standing feud or some sort of tension, inner tension that's been bothering you and dogging your footsteps. So now would be a good time to iron that one out. So yes, the focus is on emotional foundations, and you could be feeling kind of a little bit nostalgic and sensitive at times as well. However, that your mental focus is going to be more outgoing, more playful, more sociable, and there could be, for some of you, quite an emphasis on young people, children, pets, animals, and just more of a feeling of interaction on that kind of more relaxed sort of level. Leisure activities, pastimes as well, they're being highlighted, and you may be thinking about those. And you should be feeling pretty sociable and mobile within the community. Also, this bodes well for a good rapport with somebody in kind of the love department, clicking in some way, or collaborating in some way with a partner, or a lover as well. Now there's going to be a solar eclipse, a partial one, on the 1st of July, which will be in that area that I've just spoken about, the home base area, to do with family as well. So that does herald it's time for new beginnings there, always with a new moon, particularly with an eclipse. And you might like to take just one step towards making improvements, or doing just one thing on the day of the eclipse itself, if you feel as though you want to make improvements, whether that's, materially with the space, or with something to do with a property exchange maybe, or whether it's to do with a family member. And so yes, that would be a good time to do that, because then that will have a knock-on effect for the rest of the month, and for some months following that as well, depending on how it connects with your natal chart. And Jupiter's current position is a very good omen for improvements on basic materialistic type levels in your life. Jupiter's one of the slower moving planets that stay in a sign for quite a long time, don't move very fast over the month. But I will just go over those again. So the Jupiter influence for you is over this nearly 12 months now. It will be altogether beneficial to help you fill the piggy bank, to help you capitalize upon assets, to help you maximize potential. And if you're willing to go with the Jupiter vibration of being open to learn through doing, that means just sometimes seizing opportunities as they arise. You and someone's path might cross, or something may just drop right into your lap out of a clear blue sky. It's altogether likely with Jupiter, but just don't think it's a piece of junk, throw it away. This Jupiter transit will help you see the potential of things. And then somehow or other turning that potential into cash. And that can be external things, but it can also be you, internal things. It can be something that you have a leaning towards, or that you're quite good at, or you could get a lot better at, and you could actually turn that into cash. So it's about your talents as well. Jupiter here amounts to something with potential, and somebody might see that potential. So it could be something about you and your potential, actually, but don't overlook the potential of what you've got right under your nose, because the area that Jupiter's in is to do with lines of supply on those material, physical levels. And just talking of that, this could benefit your health. This could be very beneficial, these 12 months, where you get just that right treatment or therapy, or the ingredients, to feed yourself with. And not just you, it can be somebody that you care about as well. So this does bode very well for improving your health over this time, or to meet that right person that's going to, teach you the way to do it and actually help you out. So this is overall a cycle of reaching for better things on those kind of basic levels of your life. Also looking at what you can grow out of the ground, other lines of supply like electricity or fuel or power, and seeing how maybe you can be more independent in those areas there, and maximize again a potential, make the most of what you got, whether it's a window box or a large garden, looking at things like water as well. And any equipment that goes along with that. So maybe you're going to put your hand in your pocket to actually put things on a much better footing for yourself, and that'll pay back that money to you 1,000-fold. So things, property, a venue, space, money, resources, lines of supply, this is an area that will flow to you as long as you tap into it in an intelligent, smart kind of a way over this next 12 months. And also, don't forget those talents of yours. And also another thing is, with Uranus in your sign, it may be a good idea for you to be more open to anything alternative, a bit bizarre, quirky, strange, complementary. Yeah. Now, also another slow-moving planet, the long transit of Saturn, is continuing to test you through certain close alliances, putting more on your shoulders at times because of the situation that a partner or somebody that you're in close relationship, personal or professional, with. You just may feel more of a burden on you because of what's happening with them. It might not even be their fault, but it just kind of has this effect where you've got to carry that burden and be more persevering or patient with them, and they feel from time to time that they're, because of them you've got to tread a very narrow path, or you feel quite limited because of them. So however it is for you, you've got to learn through this long transit of Jupiter how to strike a better balance between your close relationships and the needs and requirements there, and your needs and requirements. And underlying these outward manifestations, Saturn, planet of boundaries, is there to help you to get the right balance between what they expect of you as well, or the demands they put on you, and what you can actually reasonably achieve. And you might be slowly working your way upwards, because of that bar that's been set by somebody else. You see, maybe in a more formal setting that might be, but you can reap the rewards of what's been planted now, through what you're building now, through challenge, however that is, in personal or professional relationships, in your life. In the future, if you just take things, realistically, reasonably, one step at a time with certain others in your life. Another way this can work actually is that you want to put a relationship on a more formal, long-term footing, Or it might be that there is a scarcity of anybody around that you can do that with, and you really feel that very acutely at the moment, because Saturn will really flag that up to you. And so therefore, a deeper meaning to this Saturn transit is for you to find out what your relationship, find out about yourself more, what you're made of, because Saturn is a great tester anyway. It really does get us to feel what we're made of and how strong we are. So to find out what you're made of and what your style is, in order to draw somebody to you who is your style, who is a match to you, who can, be a candidate for a long-term commitment, if they kind of, pass a few tests there and win you. Now, Uranus, also, this is an important one for you. It's in your sign now, and it will be for 7 years. And during this time, those winds of change are going to be altering your world. Uranus is the spirit of revolution, and it's quite a quirky energy. It's a little bit eccentric. It's definitely a nonconformist, so you could be raising a few eyebrows from time to time if it's very near where your sun is. It does, however, facilitate an evolution. It's part of a significant growth process, even though it's rather unpredictable at times. So therefore, because of its quirkiness and its eccentricity, you should be very flexible and very open to unusual maybe scenarios, or learning unusual things, or just in your approach, and experimental. It is the planet of experimentation. So look at alternatives. Look at your options, and don't discount the ones that are more out on the crazier, wilder fringes of things, within reason, of course. You Arians, anyway, who are born in the first week, or those of you who've got the first, around about 7 degrees of Aries rising, will feel this influence most strongly this month. Neptune is working in the background, sensitizing you to a more subtler, maybe psychic, sensitive, spiritual, or imaginative influence. You may find your dreams become more vivid. You may find you need more sleep. You may find suddenly find you have a facility to do astral travel or something like that. Yes, it's very, very much working on these kind of subconscious levels of you, but it does work in another way, because Neptune is the planet of compassion, and it does mean that you maybe have to just make yourself more available selflessly to support somebody else, and that is a part of your sun sign is very independent and very self-centered, more on self. So that one is quite the gauntlet being thrown down for you. That one's quite challenging. But you can really get brownie points for that one. Just being there, making yourself more available in that sort of selfless way, in that unconditional way for others, and just being there as a supporter and a holder for them. And also, for the healing and stuff, it's very good transit for you to have a healing time for yourself. And getting in, really enhancing that, really, opening the door to energy healing, light healing, and doing the sorts of pursuits quietly, which actually allow more chi to circulate through your body. Neptune there would underpin that very well, but you will find probably that your intuition is working a lot more strongly with Neptune in this part of your chart. And you Arians born in the first couple of days, or even just the first day really, day and a half, shall we say, and the first 1 to 2 degrees of Aries rising, going to feel this energy mostly over this month. Now, last month I think I gave you the wrong dates for the transit of Pluto, so I'm going to put that right this month. The life-changing force of Pluto, as you may or may not know, is being felt very strongly across your sign, Aries, from Capricorn, and that means that choices should be coming from a deeper place now, because this is an evolving, maturing influence, and it does very much mean that because of what's going on around you, that the hand of destiny is at your back, gently guiding you forwards, and you should really, really sense that presence there, which is much bigger than you. I call it the tuggy string, where even though your head tells you one thing and your fears are there and your worries are there, this tuggy string, just almost without thinking, is just, it's just pulling you in a direction, almost like from your solar plexus. And it gets really strong if Pluto is close to an important point in your natal chart. And anybody who's experienced this will know exactly what I'm talking about. And over 2011, there will be an increasing urge for you to break free of outlived or unlived aspects of your life and live them, but also identify more strongly with what you're doing and become more aligned more with who you really are, Aries. And there could be all sorts of spin-off changes that you've got to make to get there, you see. But just trust, because this is a really, it's like force majeure, really. And you Arians born in the first 9 days of the sign, which will be March, going into the very beginning of April, end of March, early April, or to 2 to 9 degrees of Aries rising, going to feel this influence most strongly this month. And from the 23rd, you're likely to be in a more creative, fun sort of frame of mind, more outward looking, not so inward, and even romantic, actually. There could be a little bit of action there if you're looking, and just have more opportunity to feel in the mood for entertaining activities. And that's it for July. You know your rising sign, listen to that too. It'll add to or subtract from what I've said here. And I'll see you the next time.